Heavy rain and strong winds slammed towns across the Texas coast. Nicholas strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane shortly before making landfall. This morning, crews began to assess the damage left behind.
Nicholas is now a tropical storm, and it's moving slowly across the Gulf Coast. Eyewitness News reporter Alyssa Tejas is in Matagorda with a look at what the storm left behind.
A gas station awning sits on its side, but the lights remain bright, drawing attention to the damage Hurricane Nicholas has left behind.
We've never had a storm that's done this kind of damage.
It's attached to Stanley's General Store in Matagorda and has been around since the 60s.
So it upsets me, but I'm happier that that's probably the biggest damage, that and some of the roof damage.
The town is home to less than 500 people, but the owners know they have folks depending on them. So they got their generator going, trying to save as much as they could.
Otherwise, we end up throwing away thousands of dollars worth of refrigerated items.
After Hurricane Nicholas brought in strong winds and heavy rain, the entire city lost electricity, the storm causing power lines to topple over and block roadways. It uprooted 2 trees in front of a home and knocked over fences and caused significant damage along Beach Road. The Matagorda County Emergency Operations Center asking folks to stay home to avoid the destruction and allow first responders and crews room to operate.
We are talking to American Red Cross about setting up a shelter if need arises.
The folks at Stanley's General Store say they're still open to customers even now.
It does give our local community a place to come, to meet, to get something hot, to drink, and see what's going on.
Because when folks are relying on you, you have to be. Alyssa Tejas, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Tens of thousands of residents remain without power in South Texas. American Red Cross volunteers are stepping in to help recovery efforts. Eyewitness News photojournalist Alan Kozulu shows us how.
Utility crews are hard at work trying to restore the power. The flood stage is up about 6 or 7 feet since last night. Now,
the scope of the damage Hurricane Nicholas left in its wake since making landfall in East Texas is still being determined.
We have advanced teams that are out that will go out as soon as the winds drop below 39 miles per hour. They'll start.
Richard McAllister is a meteorologist and spokesman with the Central and South Texas region of the American Red Cross. He spoke with us this morning before they deployed, but he told us they're expecting to find heavy flooding in the region.
It's a slow-moving storm, so we're expecting it to drop a lot of rain in that area.
He says Red Cross volunteers will be in the area for weeks after the storm, offering shelter, supplies, and services to those affected. These images are from the Hurricane Ida recovery effort, which is still underway.
We're not going to be leaving the Hurricane Ida region for weeks to come.
McAllister said they are confident they have the supplies and manpower they need for this recovery, but every little bit helps.
We have enough supplies and volunteers to meet the need, but we could always use more.
More than 100,000 people remain without power in the Houston area, but the consensus on the ground seems to be, as bad as things are, they could have been worse.
we are seeing much improvement here.
Not near as bad as it could be. We've had no loss of life.
McAllister said the Red Cross is committed to helping people recover from every disaster, large and small.
Every 8 minutes, somebody needs the Red Cross in a community, and generally it's for a house fire.
Alan Kozlu, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.